Hey y'all, someone asked me, was this a wig? Oh no girl, this is no wig. This is no wig, this is my hair and I love it. Yeah. So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you came back to see me. For those who do not know, and you're new here, my name is Angela Moore, and on this channel you'll get a lot of things about my personal life, about my job and childcare, about business, about relationships, about my relationship with God. I'm still working on which direction I want to take my channel, so stick with me. So today I will be talking about, and if you see me looking down, I have my notes here. So I want to come prepared. I want to make sure I get everything out to you guys because I'm here to help the people. So today I will be talking about 4 things that I did in my singleness to help me to thrive in my relationship today. And I want to put this out here. I am not saying that your relationship is going to be so perfect and that if you follow these 4 things, everything in your relationship is going to be good. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm sharing with you guys the things that I did that's helping me in my relationship right now. So if you feel like this is something you want to hear and you're interested in learning about what I did, please stay around. So what made me want to do this type of video is because sometimes people always want to ask me relationship advice, and I don't have a perfect relationship. People think that I'm just relationship expert, and that's not what it is. What I can say is I know that I did not waste my singleness. I have been single longer than I have been in relationships. And to me, singleness is not as bad as what people say it is. I really enjoyed my singleness, and that's why I'm here to share you guys the things that I did that make me really appreciate being in a relationship. So that's what made me want to, like, let me clear up this. I did things in my singleness that's helping me in my relationship. So I just advise you, if you are single, this is for you. Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in it. So number 1, the things that I did in my singleness that helped me thrive in my relationship is I romanticized my life. I bought myself flowers. I took myself out on dates. I spoke positive affirmations over myself. Like, I really loved on myself. I made myself feel real pretty. And I think that's very important because sometimes we feel like if a man don't compliment me, that means I'm not cute. If a man don't buy me flowers, people equate it to you not worthy of getting flowers. Don't get me wrong. I love when my man come home and he surprises me with flowers. I love that. I really enjoy that because I enjoy flowers. But if he walks in and he doesn't have any, it's not like I'm upset and I'm mad at him and, oh, he don't love me. Like, sometimes women, when you have been around you experience some rough things, you tend to take the small things that a man do and you just take it to a whole nother level. Like, it's not that deep, sis. And that's what I had to learn because I'm very sensitive. I can be a little emotional, so I had to learn that, like, it's okay. But I know in my singleness, like, I found myself, like, really shopping for flowers. I would, buy flowers once a week. And I would watch different YouTube videos of how to decorate my house and where to place the flowers and what color I'm getting this week. And it really made me really fall in love with who I am. And I found happiness in that. So I didn't really was so hard on my boyfriend with buying me flowers. And now that he know I love him, yes, he buy them from time to time, but whether he get them for me or not, I'm gonna get myself them flowers because I really love flowers. So whatever it is, maybe for you, if you know you like whatever you like, however you like to treat yourself, could do that in your singleness. And when you get with someone, continue to do that and let's pray that he peeps what you like and he wants to join in as well. Like she really likes this candy, she really like whatever, let me start doing this for her. But you're not down and balled out if he doesn't do it. Like, practice some self-love and romanticize your, I hope I'm saying that word right. Love on yourself in your singleness. So number 2, the second thing I did was I dealt with some of my personal issues. Like, for example, I knew in my singleness my credit was jacked up. I don't need to get in a relationship and for a man to say, why your credit like this? Like, certain things we already know. Like, nobody got to tell you. If that's something you need to work on, don't wait till you get in a relationship and say, you know what, let me work on this. No, that's something you need to be working on now in your singleness. And that's what a lot of things, like, it can be if you're lazy. If you are single and you know you are lazy, work on it. If you have any childhood traumas, if you know you have been hurt by someone in your family, your friends, or whatever, and you need to heal from it, work on it. Don't get in a relationship and putting all that baggage on them. Handle you. Because my thing is, if you won't do it for yourself, why do we turn to someone in a relationship expecting them to, like, do it for us? That's not going to happen. If you want a happy, successful relationship, work on yourself. Because there are a lot of things that my boyfriend, we talk about, we sit and we chat about, and he makes me think, like, oh, okay, I probably can do this, that, and the third. But a lot of times, it's stuff I already know. Like, I already working on it. Like, he don't have to, hold on, y'all. He don't have to tell me I have to work on this, because that can be kind of offensive. You may take it the wrong way. There ain't nothing you could tell me, and I already worked on that credit. You know, I already did this, so I'm working. It's a work in progress. Let's stop waiting till we get in relationships and putting all that baggage on someone else. Get your stuff in order. If you know you need to go back to school, you need to focus on your career, get your savings up. Do not wait till you get in a relationship to say, you know what, now let me start saving. Now let me work on my credit. Now let me heal from my childhood trauma. Like, no. And it's really good if you have a mate, they're going to support you. If they're for you, they're going to support you, whatever. School, whatever. They're going to support you. But if you're single, it's a plus to already go ahead and deal with certain things that make the relationship flourish even better. That's number 2. So the third thing is, which is very common, but I had to work on my communication. And this is one of the hardest things I had to do. There's people outside. I don't know if y'all can hear them, but they're pretty loud. Anywho, I'm gonna press through. So I had to work on my communication. So I noticed, because in my singleness, I spent a lot of time by myself. Like, I really enjoy my own company. So I know it was a little challenging with trying to express how I feel or whatever when I'm around other people. So when it came to my friends, my family, people on the job, I was very intentional of how I talked to them, the things I said to them, and how I communicated with them. I made sure I was very intentional. I just didn't say whatever. I want to make sure that I spoke to them in a manner I wanted to be spoken to. I also make sure I was just constantly communicating with them on a daily basis so that my communication can get better, that we can be on one accord. And if we had any disagreements, we disagreed to agree. We can keep moving. It was no hard feelings or whatever. Even on my job, I made sure that when I'm talking to different people on my job and I have to, deliver a task for them, that I said it in a good manner and I wasn't being bossy. I wasn't overbearing. I just watched my approach with people, my communication, how I approach people, make sure I respect another, because that's what I want. So in relationships, when things get a little challenging, you can still deliver in a respectful manner, and you don't overstep those boundaries, because that can determine the direction your relationship go in. So be mindful of what you say out your mouth and how you say things. So that was number 3, which was a big one. So the last one is really, I don't know how I'm gonna word this, but we're gonna say I had to learn how to understand. I had to understand my purpose in everyone's life. So I had to understand my role with God, and You know, because for my believers, I had to understand my role with God. I seek God in everything I did. He's my provider. He's everything to me. I made sure I was more Christ-like. I had to pay attention to my role with God. He's my father. I'm the child. I'm following his lead. I had to understand that. Then my personal goals, I had to still define what I want out of life, my personal goals. Because we can get a relationship and everything with God and our own personal life, it can go left. It's like we get so distracted, or we devote so much of our time to building a relationship with these people that we forget about God and we forget about our personal goals. And if that's what you're doing and you're not happy, then don't do it. So I made sure I built a relationship with God and understand my role with God and what I want, and how I wanted to communicate it with God. Then I made sure I worked on my personal goals. I knew what I want out of life and all that. And then understanding what I want in the relationship with that other person. So we jump in relationship and like, oh, he or she likes me, and just accept that. And I know this sounds crazy, but I have met so many people who have dated people and don't know why. They date people and knowing the other person is mishandling them. Like, you ever felt like, okay, you with someone but don't even know if y'all really together? Like, oh, she is my girlfriend, my boyfriend, but I don't know. Because you're waiting for them to make the first move. You're waiting for them to tell you if you're together or not. No, if a person is not treating you as such, there is nothing other than that. I can't sit and be like, I think we go together. You should already know. Unless it's like a big altercation happen or whatever. But other than that, like, you can't tell me if you and him and her together or not, because they're not acting like it. They're disappearing. They're not calling you. They're not texting you. They're not reaching out to you. So you're sitting back. No, understand what you want in a relationship and make sure you're receiving that. And have that understanding before jumping into a relationship. So in my singleness, I knew what I wanted in a relationship. And no, I didn't have this long check off how he's supposed to look and what he got to do. No, I made sure, I said, first thing, I need respect. Respect and somebody with manners. I can't not stand a rude man. It's a complete turn off for me. So I wanted loyalty, respect, and honesty. Those type of things. I watch how a man treat his family, how they treat his kids, if he have any. Like, that stuff means a lot to me. Because if you can't treat the ones that you gave birth to right, you ain't gonna treat me worth nothing. So I had to really learn that. And I worked on understanding what I want in a relationship in my singleness before I actually got in my relationship. And so that sums up the 4 things that I did in my singleness to help me thrive in my relationship. And that is it. So hope to see y'all next time. Peace.